Hi, guys.
Hi guys. Hi.
Hello.
Are you excited?
Yeah, super excited.
I'm pretty excited to do this with you. Since everybody here, including me, is so inspired with your whole creator journey, I'm going to start off with asking a bunch of questions to you, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So the first one being, okay, let's rewind a little bit. Where did the creator journey begin for you?
5 years back, when I was shooting for my film, I started making these small videos on my YouTube channel. And then that's where it started. And then, that was the time people actually starting me knowing as ShivShakti rather than any of my characters. And that's where the journey began.
Isn't that a blessing when people start knowing you for the work that you're doing as well?
Yes. It was a very different experience. People will always know me for my characters. And now when I meet people, they'll be like, oh, you're Shiv Shakti.
Yeah. Has the journey been easy or have you had roadblocks?
So, because I acted for 15 years, of course, that was a tough journey. And then when I started content creation, I had to literally start from zero. Like, I wanted people to take me seriously as content creator. Also, they love me as an actor. And that journey was I would say not very smooth, but it was not very difficult also.
Nice. Moving on to the next one. Was there any moment when you realized that content creation would become your full-time path?
Yeah, so always loved makeup and skincare. I would do my own makeup for my shows. And when I started recommending people the products, and when I started getting messages like, oh, this product worked for me, or people would just message me as if I'm their doormat, मुझे ये हो रहा है इसके लिए क्या use करूँ, and I would suggest a product and they'd be like, oh, this worked. So that's when I realized ki, okay, I want to do this full time. I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving how my content is just not, people are not just watching it for fun, but they're actually learning something from it.
Because your whole content has started creating an impact.
Yeah, so I always wanted that, that's why I always create content where I'm teaching, reviewing products, so that every time, people are watching my video, they are actually, learning something out of it, and just not scrolling.
Scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. I mean, like every creator faces challenges, right? What were some of the early roadblocks that you must have hit in your content creation journey?
uh, to understand what exactly the audience wants, and how they want, because it keeps changing. I remember when I started making videos, I think it was very, very simple. You would just keep the camera or your phone and you just talk about things you have shopped or show makeup. But now it's very, very like different. Like I would just take one product and talk about that product for 5 minutes and people would, sit and, listen to
Listen
that.
to it.
Now, because the attention span is so less that, you just have to explain them everything in like 20 seconds.
And you have to make sure that the first 3 seconds create a hook or else they're just
Yeah.
going to scroll apart.
So now you initially it would be you just sit and talk whatever you want to. Now you have to be like, how do I gain their attention?
Correct.
I think that. And what for you?
I think especially when I'm creating content for other creators, making sure that no two creators' content really turns out to be the same.
Yeah.
For example, if a brand is doing a whole campaign, a Diwali campaign,
Yes.
that campaign goes to maybe 5 different other creators. But as a cinematographer, you have to make sure that even if you're shooting with those 5 different people, everything really looks different.
Yeah. And everything should have their own thing.
Because you know the briefs are technically same.
Exactly same
Yeah.
word to word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the next one. How has your content style evolved over the years?
I think earlier I wouldn't even think what I want to make or what will go on my channel or my Instagram, but now I put like thoughts. I would plan things. I will come up with series. There'll be whole month planning that goes on. I also focus on how I'm shooting, where I'm shooting, so that everything on my page also looks different and not same. So yeah, I think that has changed for me.
It's more organizing and systematically planning your content. Do you also plan like a whole content calendar?
Yes, I do. I do.
That helps, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the next one is, what is really the biggest creative risk that you've taken so far?
Um, I think firstly from becoming after doing, acting for 15 years to changing my whole thing into content creation was another like it's a big risk. But in content creation, I would only do like beauty videos initially, and then I was like, no, I should try more things. And then I started doing lifestyle. I also started doing like fashion, and there I took risks because I wanted to just help people in every way I can.
That's nice. I think in my case, the biggest creative risk I must have taken is, after the lockdown, when the whole thing transitioned into videos, where everybody wanted to make reels and stuff. And I've always been a photographer first. But that's when I told myself that, Aishwarya, if you don't learn videos right now, I think you're going to totally be out of job. And I think that's one of the biggest risks I must have taken in my career that I'm guessing, paying off really well.
Yeah, now it's everything is about video.
Yeah, I think everybody prefers someone who does photos and videos both, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the next one. What kind of content excites you the most today, like to create?
I think the festive content, I get so excited. I love wearing Indian outfits. I love Indian
The
makeup
drama, the details.
blow dryer and
I
stuff.
know.
I get very excited when it's the whole festive season. So I think from August to December, I'm always excited. Like what's coming up, just let me know. Yeah.
Nice. Now we anyways have a festive content, especially for Christmas coming up right
Yes,
now.
yes.
Okay. Moving on to the last question. How does a camera play an integral part in creating or shooting content?
I think it's very, very important. What I can do is I can just show the video and let you
Perfect.
guys. So literally that's my everyday thing. Okay, so I'm someone who shoot a lot of my content by myself, and I just love this camera because it has amazing colors. You won't believe in half of this video we haven't used any extra lights. It's the natural color, that Canon takes, and I've always loved Canon. I've shot maximum of my videos on G7X, and now of course on this. So what I love is that because I make a lot of like beauty content, the lens which is 1430 just zooms so much that you see everything so clearly, especially for makeup videos. You need to show people how the product is working, and when it's literally zoom, you can see, like, if you could see, ek mascara was seen very clearly, lipstick colors, everything. And colors really matters because people are going to see you and shop that lipstick. So you have to make sure that the color looks exactly what it looks in real life. So that next, we all love slow mos, and especially when you're doing like a lot of festive content, the slow mo is so smooth and it is just a button away. You just click that and use the slow motion. And it also has inbuilt 14 filters, guys. So you don't have to like literally edit it later. You can use any of the filters, shoot in that, and just directly uploaded. You can shoot on 4:2:2. They have a movie mode. Everything looks very cinematic. They also have a filter which just smooths your skin in case you need that. And these are all the features I literally use on every single day. So yeah, that was all about it. Now let me just call Aishwarya and let her share her experience. Oh, you have the
Oh,
mic.
I have a mic already. That was such a nice video, though. Okay. So, moving forward, before we get into the actual depths of content creation, I want to actually start with one question. And I need all of you guys to be honest, okay? Will you all? Little bit energy, guys. Did you all have lunch today? No? Okay. Moving forward, the first and the foremost thing. Tell me how many of you guys have actually gone through this thing when you all have set up a camera at home, put on the lights, have your script ready, and आप बस shoot करने के लिए बैठे हो, and suddenly all of these questions start coming to you. Like, is this video even making any sense? Is this video going to reach the right audience? Right? Chalo, at least somebody agrees. I thought that happens only with me. Imagine I have started questioning my life every minute I'm starting to shoot that video, correct? Happens, right? Okay, let me break it down to you. Now, content creation is so funny. When I say funny, especially the returns. The returns are so asymmetric to begin with. Now, imagine you're posting a video. Do you know where exactly it's reaching? We don't really know who's really watching our video, correct? Content creation helps you enter into rooms that maybe you yourself couldn't. Do we agree with this? Okay, so let me just break it down to you. Now, imagine if 8 years pehle, if I wouldn't have picked that camera up and hadn't posted that video, okay, then maybe 6 saal pehle, my dream company, Canon India, wouldn't have really recognized कि okay, Aishwaryaa Nayak नाम की कोई photographer या कोई creator है, correct? शायद 4 साल पहले they wouldn't have taken me on board as their mentor, correct? Now imagine 2 साल पहले तक मुझे opportunity नहीं मिलती कि मैं पैन इंडिया हर जगह पे जाके वर्कशॉप्स कंडक्ट करूं एंड शेयर माय एक्सपीरियंसेस विद पीपल एंड शूट ग्लोबली फॉर फैशन वीक्स. सिमिलरली शायद इस साल मुझे कैन फिल्म फेस्टिवल में जाके शूट करने का अपॉर्चुनिटी शायद ही मिलता. एंड मे बी सिमिलरली अ मंथ बैक आई वुडंट हैव हैड द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू सी माय फेस अप ऑन अ होर्डिंग इन मुंबई. And maybe today I wouldn't have had the mocha to stand here in front of all of you amazing creators and share my experience. So the point being, I am here doing whatever I love only because I picked that camera up and never stopped shooting. Okay? So the moral of the story here is that go post that video, start that blog, build that business, do whatever that's needed. If you guys are looking for a sign to start creating, let us be that for you. Okay, so moving on to the next one, I'm going to just show you the pieces of content that I've shot using the Canon R50V. And from there, we'll take up a few questions in terms of creating content that you all have.
Canon, delighting you always.
बहुत sick लग रहा है, sick.
This is Aishwaryaa. She's a fashion photographer. Oh, man. A visual poet balancing between deadlines and dreams. And right now she is in a creative rut.
Hey, that's rude, but also kind of true.
It happens to the best of us.
Big man giving out orders.
But they say when a photographer changes their lens, they change their vision.
Did I just see?
Seems like this one's getting her out of this rut already.
Let's go.
She thought she needed inspiration. Turns out she just needed this lens.
My mood, reset.
Yes, please, Rain.
My vision, rewiring.
Love the eye.
1, 2, 3, go.
This isn't just a lens, it's a reset button.
And then you could like lean like that on that.
Who knew a new lens could do all of this? She didn't just change her lens, she changed everything.
You are coming with me to every show now. So, now do you guys see 3 different kind of videos? One camera. The most asked question to me in every workshop is, be it a creator, be it a photographer, which camera to buy? Do you guys always get these questions also? Because what I would say is, whenever you go to any masterclass or you go to any workshop, if anybody tells you go buy this camera, do not listen. I'll tell you why. Different kind of creators here: travel, food, beauty. Uh, one camera that the person is suggesting you, how do you know if that camera really works well for your genre or not? What I would suggest is get your hands on the camera, try it for some time, and then take a wise decision of whether this camera really works out pretty well for you or not. So for that, we have a Canon booth outside. We have our cameras put there. Go try your hands on. And if you all have any questions, we have our experts also over there. Okay. So with that, we're going to move ahead. Shivin, do you want to join me? Are we moving?
So yeah.
Yeah.
So now you guys can ask us questions if you
We'll
can.
just open to Q&A in case anybody has any questions about photography, content creation, anything. No? Yes. Please, can we hand over the mic to her?
हेलो मैम
Hi.
Hi.
सुहानी मुझे आपका सीरियल सूट लाइफ ऑफ करनाइन कबीर बहुत पसंद है
Thank you. Thank you.
मेरे को आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर लाइक मेरी पूरी फैमिली डिनर के टाइम पे बैठ के देखती थे हम लोग
Oh, that's really sweet.
या और मैं आपको तब से जानती हूँ तो आई एम जस्ट सो हैप्पी टू सी यू एज अ क्रिएटर नाउ
Thank you. Thank you.
So
That's
cute.
Thank you so much. I know.
एंड आप दोनों का कंटेंट इनफैक्ट बहुत अच्छा रहता है
Thank you.
एंड इट इज़ वेरी यूजफुल एंड आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू सी यू एज वेल
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you. Can we pass the mic to her as well?
Hi, I love your work,
Hi.
Hello.
and I'm a photographer myself.
Nice.
Sorry for my voice.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Sorry for my voice. I'm really sick.
That's okay.
But I'm a photographer myself, and
Nice.
I have me with my friend Saffron here.
Hi.
We have been trying to, start creating content now, trying to quit our 9 to 5s. But yeah, I just wanted to ask that, when you're starting, like you said, you're thinking that, if does anyone really want, would anyone really like watch this? How do you get over your own doubts in the moment? Because I feel like despite even putting content out there, like how do you deal with even consistency and not end up burning out?
Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, so I would say that, sit one day, make a plan, and you know how much you can do. Do your research. You are not supposed to shoot every single day because when you do that, you just burn out. What I do is I shoot thrice a day, twice a week, sorry, and then I make a collective content. Like I would shoot like 5 videos so that I have enough.
Like
And
batch creation.
yeah, I like to do that and then, post so that I have enough time to relax. I also have enough time to edit those videos. I have enough time to at least research what I want to do next. And I don't have to worry about कि मेरे page पे कुछ नहीं जा रहा है. By the time I'm doing other things, videos are going up on my page. Yeah.
I totally agree with what Shiveen says, but in my case, I think when I started off, I think I needed my work to be seen by a lot of people. So the first 60 days, I might have ended up doing 97 test shoots, and that time I was posting 3 times a day. Because at that time, for me, what was more important is for my work to be seen by people. So, because that time nobody knew me. How will they give me work if they don't know that a photographer named Aishwaryaa even exists? So I was posting it back to back. Obviously, eventually leads to a burnout. So I wouldn't suggest doing 97 shoots over the span of 60 days. But planning out what you exactly want, because consistency in an artist's life is a myth. Like I might just do something really cool today and wake up tomorrow morning crying that I'm not doing enough. So whenever you have that peak of creativity, get to it, create as much as you can, and batch creation always helps. Like if you're shooting today, maybe you shoot in 5 different tops, 5 different t-shirts, and in different backgrounds. People are not going to know that you shot it in one day. Then you have more time to edit, to strategize, to plan your content. Does that help?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi guys.
Hello.
I wanted to ask, like being a photographer, how do you manage to make your BTS look pretty?
Honestly, BTS doesn't look pretty, but that's why it helps because I think showing more raw, organic kind of content is what's really helping. Honestly, BTS of a photographer wasn't really a big thing as much as it is right now, and which I'm glad because I think people behind the camera deserve as much credit too. There are two, three different types of BTSs that you can put. One is where you show what's actually happening, the good things, the bad things, your successes and failures. That's why your followers will get like stick by to you. Then there are other things where you put a trending music and then you put the behind the scenes and you put the main shot. So there are different
I
kinds
love
of
those
content.
videos where they show ki aise shoot kiya and then the final pictures
Yeah,
come. Those are too good.
they look nice, no?
Yeah.
I think cameras today are so good. Like you should definitely go try the R50V. I think if there are 50 people here and I give the Canon R50V to all of them here, I think हर किसी का photo सिर्फ एक ही बात से differentiate होगा and that's the vision that you have. So now when if you're only posting your photo there on your Instagram, how are people going to understand that? How did you get to the photo? What is your light process? What is your workflow? What is it that's making you different and stand out than the other photographers? That's when I think the BTS helps.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, my question is that when you don't have a particular niche or you have many many interests, so how do you start content creation? Like stick to one and then you can diversify, or like just start posting about all the things. Like what do you suggest?
So I would suggest post everything, okay? See what your audience wants. आपको उसके reach से, comment से या like से पता चलेगा कि लोगों को क्या अच्छा लग रहा है. तो आप सब कुछ डालो and once you understand कि maybe people are liking your shopping hauls, maybe people liking your maker videos, and then start making those videos more. But don't leave the other two things that you were doing, because there'll be some people who are also following you for lifestyle and fashion. So then you can make it like 3 makeup videos and like one fashion video, one lifestyle video. But I think that's the right way to find what people actually want, because on internet we are making content for them, so we really need to know what actually they want.
Totally.
Thank you.
And I also think there are three different things. One, what you enjoy creating, one, what your audience likes, and one, what gets you money. Very important. So imagine just give yourself a month, 30 days. Try creating content that you love, what they love, and what eventually you want to get into that's going to pay your bills. There's a new feature on Instagram that's come where you can actually search your metrics in terms of views and more engagement. So एक महीने के बाद आपने जब सब कुछ post किया, you can actually analyze, okay, so this is what's getting me views, this is what's maybe getting me more DMs from brands and getting me more brand deals.
Shows you which got like more followers to you
Yeah.
and which video worked for you.
So I think that'll help you.
Yeah, that helps. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi. So I just had a question that is the R50V good for beginners?
I think it's perfect for beginners. It's also very, very lightweight, which I loved. I'm someone who doesn't shoot with a lot of like lights. I'm someone, because my house is a very good daylight, so I just put the camera. And when I shot, to be honest, the colors were like naturally really good. We didn't need to put like an extra light or something. So if you're a beginner and you don't know कि कैसे manual setting करना है, तो वो automatic में भी काफी अच्छा shoot हो रहा था. You definitely go out and try it out and see, because right now it will be sunny and you can understand the exposure and everything. But I think it's great for beginners. I think she can tell you more.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just that was a perfect answer.
And also, what is your favorite feature about the R50V?
I think the slow-mo, it's too good.
I think it's everybody's favorite, no?
Yeah.
Those kind of videos also trend so much on Instagram every time you put it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Can we give him the mic, please?
Yeah. Shit, is he telling you something?
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hear me? So I wanted to present you with two scenarios. So let's say you had to do a compromise between great visuals, poor storytelling, and poor visuals, great storytelling. What would be your preference of compromise?
I think as a photographer, I wouldn't compromise on good visuals for sure.
And for me as a creator, I would not compromise on the storytelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we should create something together and then we'll have a better
Yeah.
thing all together. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say there's a third scenario where, let's say there's a bit of compromise on both fronts. How would you go about creating the best possible, let's say, outcome video wise out of that impossible situation?
Like, what's the situation like? Why? What is the compromise I'm having to do?
Well, for example, let's say there's a budget constraint.
Sorry?
There's a budget constraint
Okay.
and there's a
What?
script.
Budget constraint.
Oh, budget constraint.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
No, no, no. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so there's a budget constraint and there's a client who likes a script, but the script is also pretty bad. So how would you go about like getting the best out of that situation?
See, imagine there have been movies that have made in Indian cinema towards this date where the storyline hasn't been great, correct? But as a DOP, my job is to make sure it looks really appealing.
Yeah.
So I think I would concentrate on making that. And even if that means I have to shell a little bit of money from my own pocket, but मैं अपना काम बुरा नहीं दिखाना चाहूंगी. So I think I will stick to good
Yeah, sometimes
visuals.
things are very pleasing. Like I don't know if that ever happened. I think लड़कियों के साथ ज्यादा होता है. जब हम शॉपिंग करने जाते हैं तो वो ड्रेस जो होती है ना पिक्चर्स में it looks really nice.
Yeah.
सामने से नहीं लगती. But we buy it
Yeah.
because the way it looked. So that matters.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hi, Aishwaryaa, ShivShakti.
Hi.
So clearly, I'm from
Canon.
Canon, but I have a very interesting question because this is something not only Canon for all brands working. Very interesting your story that from being an actor, you transitioned to being a content creator. She's a fantastic photographer. She transitioned to come in front of the camera, and likewise, there are so many people. We've seen musicians. We've even seen people who are teaching content on YouTube.
Even doctors on
Even
this.
doctors, they're making 24 hours with me. Now, as a brand, we are very interested to know how do we catch you guys during your transition journey? Because clearly, very smartphones have everything that helps you to just put the first content. I would like to put it that way. But the reception of the content, now everybody's very smart. They like the bouquet effect. They like, how you talk. They like the vision that you've created. And of course, clearly, there's no substitute for cameras. So as a brand, as an industry, how do we catch you guys in the transition? And how do we educate you why camera and why Canon?
By getting creators like us to do that.
That's already on board.
Yeah.
But because we need you to kind of influence the influencers. So if you would help this question, it'll be great.
Sometimes people feels कि जब phone पे shoot करेंगे ना तभी relatable या organic लगता है. But to be honest, I hardly shoot on my phone. I've always shot on camera. I think it's the way you set up things, and it's also because the editing becomes easier for you when you're shooting on camera. You have more memory. Sometimes phone में कभी लोग shoot कर रहे होते तो भर जाता है, and then editing is difficult. The quality is so nice because anyway आप Instagram पे जाते हो वो quality गिरा देता है. So it's better you shoot in the best quality so that good quality content is going. So I think camera really plays an important role.
Totally.
And we all need to be updated about these cameras, कि ये आ रहा है. Like, when I started using this camera, I was like, oh my God, the colors are so good that I really don't need any extra lights and everything is so easy. I love that about Canon is कि everything is just a button away. बहुत ज़्यादा से घुमा घुमा के कैसे setting करना है वो नहीं होता है. बहुत easily हो जाता है, and that's why I love Canon cameras and I've always used Canon only.
Yeah. No, same. I mean, I've been a Canon user since day one. It's not just because you're like, I've actually been one. But honestly, the difference of production is seen through now because I don't just create content for myself. I create content for creators across India.
Yeah.
Now, the level of content that I deliver is why they get me on board to make that particular campaign, right? So if I start shooting that on a phone, I don't think that's going to help.
Also, I feel it's the vision, and I feel when we shoot on camera, sometimes what we vision ना वो camera बहुत easily
Yeah.
पकड़ लेता है.
Yeah.
And phone पे, I don't know, for some reason that doesn't happen.
Nahi, and also the colors. Like, I mean, there's a whole debate between how some photographers do their colors later and first. But honestly, with me, it's been so easy because the colors that I want and I want to visualize is very easy for me to reciprocate on my camera.
या सेम हैपेंस मुझे ना जैसे कलर्स दिख रहे हैं ना वैसा ही पोस्ट करना है मुझे पोस्ट में एडिट करना नहीं पसंद
Yeah. And also, it's easier because Abhi, it's how important it is that okay, something is happening right now, you have to post it right now. So with the whole Canon Camera Connect app, you just shoot and you transfer and you post it directly. So it just makes the whole process very seamless, and it's a add-on when the camera is very light. Like imagine taking up a phone out, taking out the camera out and shooting content, but just more depth, more quality, more better content.
especially when you're also going on holidays and you're creating content आपको नहीं चाहिए कुछ भारी ले के घूम रहे हैं because there's already
Yeah.
stuff, so you need something lighter, and I think in that case it works really well.
Totally.
And colors बहुत true दिखते हैं. Whatever is shown on the screen is exactly what will come
Yeah.
on your phone when
Yeah.
you're posting it.
Does that help? Thank you. Are we having any more questions? No?
No, I think he has some.
ऐश्वर्या आपके फेवरेट लेंसेस
हाँ
फेवरेट लेंस कैनन का
यार एक नहीं है दो है 2870 RF 2870 and the 20mm favorite. The video that you saw,
ओके
the one that was being shown before was in which I was using the Canon R20. Favorite lens. Have you tried? Which camera? Which lens do you use?
85
85 is beautiful for portraits.
या
Yeah, I
थैंक
love 85.
Yeah. Thank you. Do we have any more questions for us? Okay,
I think we're done.
I guess.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. It was so much fun. Thank you, Aishwarya.
Thank you.
There was so much to learn from you too. Thank you, and I will see you guys soon.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Canon, for having us.
Thank you.